I gotta say, that when we decided to start up a new podcast, I was a little worried. We had already invested so much time and effort into previous campaigns, and it felt a little bittersweet leaving this behind. But, with the new mic setup, the new characters, new AP, and most of all, Pathfinder 2nd Edition, my concerns are now just dust in the wind. I have been so excited to start this adventure with you guys, and for those of you at home, I couldn't be happier to welcome you to the first episode of the Dragon Punch Squad podcast.
Oh, yeah!
We decided. That's good.
It is a good name. I like
That's
it.
good.
I am Jake, the GM, and I will be leading you and the players through this adventure. We are starting the first adventure path for Paizo's new Pathfinder 2nd Edition entitled Age of Ashes. At the time of recording this first session, they haven't even finished the entire AP, so even I don't know the end of it. So I hope you enjoy this time as much as we do. With that said, let's go around the table and introduce ourselves. Let's talk about your name, what you do for a job if you want, how long you've been doing RPGs. Plug your social media if you like to. I'm definitely going to. As well, talk about your favorite fast food joint. I really want people listening at home or in the car to really know what we're all about. So I'm Jake, as I said, GM. I work in DC for Fiber Optic. I have been playing tabletop role-playing games for 18 years now. Started at 10 because my dad was a huge nerd too. And you can follow me on Twitter at WookieSmash. Follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Jakery. Instagram at GMJakery. There's a few others in there I probably missed, but we'll move on.
I'm Kelly McCoy. I will be the hero of this podcast who will lead these sorry sons of bitches on their floundering adventure.
Here he is. Here he goes.
Love you too, man.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I work in Baltimore. I'm playing Pathfinder or D&D 3.5 for about 10 years since I met Jake. And I have a weird story that my favorite fast food is actually Taco Bell, but only because in high school I thought it was the worst fast food of all time because I thought all it did was give you the shits.
Have you not had a cheesy gordita crunch? Those things are amazing.
Seriously, all I do is think about Taco Bell. we were on the way home from Frederick last night after dinner, and all I could think about was fucking Taco Bell.
See, but it's my favorite too. But that's because the shredded chicken quesarito is just a godsend. It's just incredible.
See, it's a powerful piece of food.
I remember when the cheesy gordita crunch wasn't actually on the menu, and it was one of those like optional things that you had especially requested.
The secret menu on Taco Bell.
The secret menu, and then you had to like eat it while driving, and it was the best.
I don't think you had to do that.
So in this Pathfinder podcast, let's talk about more fast food.
Actually, we're the fast food podcast.
I'm Timothy Kofelt. Entrepreneur, but not really. I just sit at a computer all day and type code because I'm a monkey.
Intern.
Code monkey. Intern, yes. Intern, yes. Lest I forget my lowly position. My story is pretty similar to Kelly's, not in the Taco Bell sense, but my love of Pathfinder started with my love of Jake. Well, I'm not married to him. Just clarify.
It's got really sensual, really fast.
It's getting hot in here.
So when Jake started,
winter night.
when Jake started dating my sister, he introduced all kinds of practices to the Kofeld house, and one of those was Satan's game, Dungeons and Dragons.
The Satanic Pen.
But immediately I fell in love with it. I've always been a imaginative person, so it fit right in. Which is kind of ironic because the coding I do is pretty mundane. Anyway, so my favorite fast food, and I miss to say with all the hype, but my favorite fast food is Popeyes. And let me explain. It was before the chicken sandwich. Before they put that glorious crispy chicken between two pieces of bread. Who was there in line? I was. Who was eating the red beans and rice? I was.
Tim, do you have a dream?
I have a dream. And
Now
it involves that everyone gets Popeye's chicken with that black and ranch sauce.
Now tell me, with your fast food
He's weeping
choice-
actual tears.
He is. But tell me, with your choice, is that the one that has Baja Blast as a Mountain Dew choice? Or is
Oh
that...
my gosh. You shut your dirty mouth. That's Taco Bell and you know it.
It's not Taco Bell, I believe.
Yeah, Taco Bell is
Oh,
the
that's
Baja
because
Blast.
back in where I used to work, it was Taco Bell and Popeyes combined into one store, so we had
Wow, so-
access to all the fountain drinks.
So you had the
Nice.
privilege of getting
Oh,
Popeyes.
oh, we had the
Gosh.
stock.
but Popeyes
Oh.
food, but Taco Bell drinks.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Baja Blast with Popeye's chicken. I
Yeah,
can't
I know,
even fathom.
Whenever there's Baja Blast, like at the store, I always just make a beeline down that aisle when I see it, and my wife is just like, oh yeah, I guess we're buying that. I can't stop you.
For me, Popeyes is a solid 1B.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, how you guys doing? I am Jonathan Grimplin. You might know me as Gentleman John or Balthazar from my many gaming tags. I'm a plant healthcare specialist for a tree care company, which is a very fancy way of saying I spray rich people's trees. My adventure in tabletop RPGs started much like Tim's when I met Jake and became good friends with him. My favorite fast food chain. You know, I was gonna say Taco Bell, but I'm gonna hold it up. It's Popeyes, man.
Wow.
Yes.
Got to be Popeyes.
Good.
So it's divided down the middle, and there's
Very
one
much
left.
is.
Oh, don't break that.
Uh,
Really? No, just completely. I'm not the one actually breaking it wrong. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right.
So
My favorite fast food is Kava.
my favorite fast food is Nando's, but you pay. I mean, which kind of actually would work?
I mean, yeah.
Nando's, I would technically. It's not actually. You sit down and eat that. But for fast food, anyway, let me.
What's
start
your name
from
first?
the beginning? Yes, I was going to start from there. I am Mark. I refuse to say my last name because you can find it in the phone book quite easily because there's like 4 of me in the entire U.S. So have fun with that. I work currently at facilities management at University of Maryland. So I actually never really played D&D or Pathfinder until probably, what was it, 4 years ago when you invited me to the game.
Wait,
Yeah.
really?
I've never played beforehand. I've watched Lord of the Rings. I've watched, all these other nerdy shit. Watched the D&D cartoon at the time and thought that's how it was and felt be a loser.
It's fascinating how we all took different roads to Pathfinder.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, for that, I always had an interest in it. Like, I played Diablo.
It's a wide
I played
road.
Baldur's Gate and stuff like that, but I never
Yeah,
actually...
but and Baldur's Gate is literally just
Yeah,
D&D
but
on
I
the
never
computer.
actually had the opportunity of playing with an actual group.
Yeah.
That's the thing. As for fast food, I will actually say something else and say Five Guys. 'Cause
Okay.
I love,
Solid one.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
good.
Five Guys inside of me.
I'd like to think. I'd like to think that 5 years ago. I like to think that 5 years ago, Jake had the idea for this podcast, and all he had to do was convince 4 friends to play Dungeons and Dragons.
You don't understand that I live by the seat of my pants every day. I don't plan a damn thing.
Oh no! Like,
I always go, it'd be a cool idea, and then I'll go on a tangent for like a month, and then if it doesn't work out, I'm like, whatever, and then I just move on. That's the extent of my planning.
Yeah.
So to quote Crunk, it's all coming together.
Nice. Solid old reference.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah, so I
Pretty much-
think we wasted enough time.
Yes.
I can't believe 2 people here prefer Popeyes over Taco Bell, but let us begin.
yes.
You don't want to talk more about
we-
fast food?
We have an
I would
actual
love to talk
story.
about fast food, but it would be really weird for us
Yeah.
to continue
Can we-
for almost 20 minutes on fast food.
Do we have sponsorships?
Maybe by the time this comes
Popeyes?
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell?
Look,
Together?
Popeyes and Taco Bell. If you really like this show,
$100 right here. 1,000.
please sponsor us.
We will
Patreon.
do literally anything.
Yeah, we will.
After wasting enough time, let us
Yes.
begin.
Okay, go.
A deep night sky stretches across the horizon. Trees reach up from the ground, giving the land of Isger a rich and beautiful landscape. As a gentle breeze cascades over the tree line, the branches of various trees caress each other with a comforting The air is chilly as the winter months are slowly approaching. The denizens of the forest are peacefully sleeping with the exception of a few crickets and the nighttime frogs all singing their tranquil ballads. Your eye catches a bellow of smoke floating up from the forest floor. We follow it to find a kindly-looking old man standing just under a lush fir tree. He has white boots that come to the point at the toe, elegant clothes with a long gold-trimmed cloak. He brings the pipe in his hand to his full beard and tucks it between his lips. The old man takes a long drag, and the light from the chamber of his pipe shines brightly upon his face with a warm amber glow. You see in his eyes he is concerned, almost as if he has a terrible decision to make. He lets out another puff of smoke, bigger than himself, and grumbles under his breath. By the way, he is played by Sir Alec Guinness. Not again. I must do something to stop this. He leans over and clutches his gilded robe. These fools. They cannot begin to understand the importance of my endeavors. Perhaps I was wrong about them. But they must try again with a different approach this time. The old man pulls himself together and walks through the tree line into a clearing. A group of 50 people stand frantic and confused, pacing about and shouting at each other, wondering how they're going to survive in the woods without hardly any provisions or assistance. Some others huddle in fear while the ones wielding swords threaten each other in self-defense. The old man in golden robes walks to the center of the clearing and begins speaking to all of them. Fear not, citizens. My name is Lord Layman Breachton. It appears that all of you have experienced some sort of mass amnesia. A strange occurrence, but to be sure. But I will dedicate my time to helping you. Come now, let me show you can survive in this frightening environment. The people stood there in disbelief. Some threatened him in self-defense, while others swore fealty for saving their lives. He eventually eased their fears and led them to a small outpost. Its few humble beginnings helped them start to rebuild their lives from the predicament they found themselves in. Over the next year, Layman the Wizard became known as the savior of the people who found themselves lost and destitute in the woods. He taught them how to build, hunt, forage, and even hired some craftsmen to teach some trade skills. The little outpost in which they found themselves eventually blossomed and thrived into the town it is today. Then he just left, never to return. They knew wizards were awfully busy and must have more important things to tend to, but they never forgot his name. Breachhill got its namesake from the kind and dedicated old man. They even built a statue resembling the finely dressed wizard in the center of town. The image of his figure has been a shining beacon for Breachhill. They still love and adore Lord Layman and his legendary kindness. Some even have such a following and admiration for him that it might seem like a religion. Today the statue stands upright and pristine as the day it was first erected in the center of town. Today it looks even more magnificent than normal. Perhaps it is the bright sun shining upon his gentle bearded face, or maybe it is just the hustle and bustle of the town. It is, after all, this month's Call for Heroes meeting at Town Hall, a joyous occasion for everyone, not just for adventurers and champions of the realm. Since this tradition has been happening once a month for decades, quite a few traditions have been built up around it, one of which starts at the Wizard's Grace. People gather around to tell the tale of Layman's great deeds so many years ago and follow up with stories of their own. Some might get a bit too rowdy from drinking so early, but it is a good day regardless. This morning we see an old man named Tareth Uswald, a seasoned adventurer in the middle of a story of a glorious victory that he's told many times before. The smell of boar stew with lentils fills the air. A crowd sits around him in sturdy chairs. All eyes are focused on Tareth. I turned to his flank. I saw the rage in his eyes. The crowd around him seems to lean in further in anticipation. He came right at me, his massive head and tusk aimed at my gut. He slammed against my trusty shield and knocked me to the ground. Luckily for me, his tusk was caught on my targe handle. He flung me about, trying to shake me off, but I took this opportunity to plunge my spear deep into his eye. The crowd gasped. I reared back and hit him again in the mouth, finally pulled once more and skewered him through the neck, all the way to his heart. The creature lay there for a moment before its warm blood began spilling from its wounds. He picks up a bowl of stew and says, "And that, my friends, is how Bull became my favorite dinner." Tareth finishes with a hearty chuckle and a few gulps from his bowl. The crowd cheers and begins milling amongst themselves.
Huzzah.
So, it is the morning of the Call for Heroes. And a woman approaches you two. Tim and Kelly's characters. Oh, you two look like outsiders here. Can I get you a drink?
Well, Kezra, do you care for a beverage at this hour in the morning?
Don't care for a drink now, but how about some coffee?
I think I could use a bowl of soup if you have it.
Oh, yes, there's tons of beef stew for you. Why don't you go ahead and describe your characters?
So my character, whose name is yet to be revealed, is clothed in very fine, priestly robes. He carries himself shoulders back, head forward, chin upright, just has the air of superiority, prowess, confidence, despite his rather large stomach. His, well, yes.
A visual gag.
Works for radio.
My character is a very large half-orc. He is bald. He is not wearing a shirt. He basically just has a sash going across his chest. He's got black and gray tribal tattoos all over him. And yeah, he is played by The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, exactly,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
The only Rock we know.
Solid as a
In
rock.
case you didn't know.
How did we afford such a man?
He took a big pay cut.
Just charity for him.
Isn't he one of those celebrities that does play like D&D? I feel like that there's like a few celebrities out there that play. It's
there's a
it's like
bunch.
yeah, I know, but they're like I know like
Joe
Vin
Manganiello plays.
Vin Diesel is also like a huge D&D nerd.
Oh yeah.
Stephen Colbert, obviously, but yeah, I feel like he was one of those guys that does something nerdy. It might have been that, maybe not.
How old is your character?
Oh.
Tim?
My character, he's in his early 40s. He has long, flowing, dark hair, and he has caramel-colored skin. And you can tell by the little points in his ears that he's not quite human, but not quite elf.
Oh,
So he's exceedingly beautiful. But, alas,
I mean, you
the
think so.
stomach.
Yes, the dad bod.
My character's also in his mid-40s.
okay, all right. So we go from the Wizard's Grace, and we go up north a little bit in the town of Breach Hill to a place called Caden's Keg. It's pretty empty in the morning, especially since everyone's at the Wizard's Grace.
Yeah.
And you see two people who are just sort of sitting there in the dining area. Mark, what does your character look like?
So he is a half-elf, but you wouldn't know it at first because he has a bandana that hides the tip of his ears, so they look rather normal. And sleek leather armor with a small brush, I forgot what they're called, but it's like a cape that just kind of
Okay.
it's like a cloak, but it starts at the waist and just kind of lays down.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but he has long blackish hair, but yes, half elf,
Okay.
slightly handsome, but not at the same time. He's average.
Okay. So your boss of Caden's Keg, she's just sort of looking at it, and she's like, "Well, it's a bit busy tonight, but I'm afraid it's going to be like this all morning. If you want, you can go to the Call for Heroes. I'm still going to be working here, preparing for this weekend, for this tonight's festivities."
Quite works for me. Bye. He just leaves.
I didn't expect you to answer so easily.
Oh no! Oh no! He doesn't. He takes it. He's actually been considering it for a while, but working at the bar doesn't. It suits him, but is any curiosity of being called for heroes? I want in on that.
Yeah. Okay, so as it comes around noon, that's when the Call for Heroes meeting starts. Everyone is moving towards the town hall. There's tons of people around. So there's about 40 to 50 people milling about directly in front. There's this fantastic fountain that right outside of town hall. It has this like beautiful architecture in the center, and it has the nice fountain and everything around it. And people were just sort of milling about and talking about the adventures that they went on or adventures that they heard. Some of them probably made up or exaggerated, but people love just talking on the Call for Heroes. And there's a very strapping town guard here. John, why don't you tell me about this guy?
Well, there's a man, just a vanilla human, standing in the middle of the guard. He's about 6'3", very, very tall man, striking black hair, played by Lee Pace. Ooh. And he has the symbol of Iomade on his back. And he is garbed head to toe in a large black cloak.
Excellent, excellent. Well, as he's sort of just like watching, not much really happens in Breach Hill, so your job is kind of lackluster as a town guard. But every now and then you might need to handle something. And while you guys are converging onto town hall, Benson sees this guy who's like, no, watch. I'm gonna balance, and he's like balancing on the railing that's right next to the river, and he's like, no, get out. People are like, dude, get down, come on. No, you can't. You're really drunk, and it's only noon. Okay, get down. You're not doing that. How does Benson react?
Benson is just going to walk up and say, how old is the man trying to do this? What does he look like?
He's probably like 19, 20.
Get down there, son. You don't know what you're doing.
No. I could do it. I could do it. Watch.
I know you seem you think you can, but that's not my issue.
No. Come on, man. Look. Just give me like 5 seconds. Can I get 5 seconds to do it?
No, get down.
What? Look. You see that girl over there? See that girl right there? He puts his arm around you. Breath is just reeking of whiskey or something. And he's like, you see that girl right there? Well, I'm trying to impress her.
Okay.
So I figure if we walk on this, she'll drop her pants.
No.
What? Why not? What? Come on, man.
You'll thank me later.
All right. So he just tries to climb up anyway.
I grab him.
He's like, no, come on, and then he drops like a toddler. He's like, no. He just like ragdolls.
Son, if you want to impress that girl over there, I would suggest you not start crying like a child. Stand up and walk away.
He just continues to cry like a child.
I'll leave him in the dirt then.
So, as Benson handles a drunk crybaby, you guys all converge onto in front of Town Hall, and people are milling about, but before the Call of Heroes is started, and you see a fight going on. What's that?
It's just...
It's just
no, you know what? There's a fight going on.
It's just a town center duel. Don't worry about
Friendly
it.
sparring.
Yeah.
Friendly sparring.
I'm totally okay with that. Don't climb on that fence.
It's roped off. It's fine.
You see a very finely dressed goblin female. If you have lived here for a little while, you know her by the name of Warball Bumblebrasher. She seems to be pacing about in her. She's wearing cleric vestments to Desna. She's just sort of like she's pacing back and forth. Just
Oh goodness, what else could be happening? I just don't know what to do here. Perhaps.
Do I see this?
yeah. You're all in the vicinity of it.
Okay.
Oh, I am as well.
Yes.
Oh, we all are.
I approach.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Madam Warbo?
Oh yes, Sir Benson, how are you today?
Well, it's another great day, but you seem to be troubled, my lady.
Oh, Desna has been. She hasn't been giving me the answers that I require.
Oh, by the way, she's played by Maggie Smith, who was Professor McGonagall.
Nice.
And she says,
Oh, for those of you that do not know, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Warble, ambassador of the Bumblebrasher Goblins of Hell Knight Hill. It is my great honor to serve my fellow citizens of Breach Hill as the town's official representative to the Bumblebrashers. I communicate with the Bumblebrashers, convey the town's concerns and interest to them. an advocate of the tribe's behalf, if you will. It is a duty I take very seriously. They are my people, after all. Hence why I am here today and give my rather distracted nature earlier. I hope you will forgive it.
Oh, it is quite all right, my lady. And might I say you are looking quite ravishing today.
And at this, I'm going to roll diplomacy, use my group impression feat. I'm going to try to impress not only the lady, but also the knight who came to her rescue, so that he too will look upon me favorably.
I asked what was wrong.
I don't know.
No, he's impressing you.
It's group impression.
I've been
I
so
wanna make
excited
a
for Tim's
presence.
character.
Alright.
He's flaunting.
First roll, by the way.
It is a 16.
Okay.
16. Yeah, she is confused that you called her ravishing, but she's impressed nonetheless with your flirtatious ways.
I don't think I've been called that before. Yes, and who might you be?
My name is Adelar Vaynor, High Priest of Abadar.
Oh, you look to be an outsider. I don't think I've met you here.
She fixes her hat and her glasses.
That's adorable.
Yes, I hail from Chiliax. I recently...
Oh, my.
Indeed, it's been quite the journey.
Are you a vampire?
No, my lady.
Oh, well, right, the daylight.
Right,
the day.
yes,
Oh, yes. Sorry, I've only heard dreadful things, horrible things of Chiliax and vampires, so you'll have to excuse me.
Well, it is not all bad. As you can see, I am standing right here.
It's seldom we see traveling men of the cloth come through here.
Yes, well, Abadar's goodness must be spread to all corners of Galarian.
Yes, well, I am a cleric of Desna, as you can see. She has like a gigantic silver butterfly pendant around her neck.
Nice.
It's like as big as Flavor Flav's clock. It's like enormous. Yeah.
She's representing.
And she goes, it is strange to have someone from the cloth of Abadar. We have, many people worship Hayden here because they do enjoy a good drink. Many others worship Desna, I would hope from my influence. But yeah, Abadar is certainly a new voice here of the face of the pantheons.
Yes, indeed. Well, as you may or may not know, Abadar, he delights in the hard work, and from that hard work brings the good riches, the honorable riches, I might add. And he believes that everyone who works hard in this world should find their riches. So, knowing what I know about Breach Hill and their founding, it seemed to be a hard-working people, and I said to myself, well, where better place than to preach the goodness of Abadar than to these hard-working people?
Benson rolls his eyes.
Same with Elkwood.
So-
but Elkwood's more like just laughing a little bit on the inside.
So she's conversing with you quite a bit because someone else of the cloth is something she doesn't see very often. And then she goes,
I'm so sorry about my distracted nature earlier. I just, as I said, the Bumblebrasters are a tribe of goblins who have for years now lived peacefully in isolation in Citadel Altarine, the former Hell Knight Keep on the hill just outside of town, believe it or not. Typically, every 2 weeks, I meet with Helba, the tribe's chieftain. On the road, just outside the keep, we tend to meet on a regular schedule, or try to anyway. We discuss news, and I convey the town's interest and hear concerns that the tribe might wish to bring before the council. It is a relationship of utmost importance, and Helba is normally very punctual, but she has missed our previous 2 meetings.
Well, that is indeed troubling.
Yes, more troubling as I have seen plumes of smoke coming from the top of the citadel.
And, have the city guard not investigated this matter?
You must understand. So the plumes of smoke. The smoke is a chalky and red color, the tribe's traditional color of distress. I fear that the Bumblebrasters are in danger, or that something dire has befallen them, and it's taken me to worry. But that is why I am here. I'm certain something foul has befallen the Bumblebrasters. Their leader Helber would not miss our meeting twice in a row for no reason. Nor would the tribe signal its distress if something were not amiss. I plan to present this information to the council and ask them to hire adventurers to contact my tribe.
Well, adventurers, eh? Might I ask, I don't mean to be, too forward, but does this kind of work involve any, compensation?
Oh, yes, yeah, no, they most certainly pay you, yes.
These bumblebrushes live in the Citadel.
Yes.
So
Oh, my goodness,
they
an
must
orc.
be well off.
Run!
Benson has just taken notice of this enormous being, and now I'm just...
Goblins living in the Citadel. They must be well off.
Oh, well, we sort of moved in. Well,
Good way of saying
it was abandoned. If anything, we put it to good use.
It's good to hear.
Well, I think that, my companion Kezra and I would be quite interested in aiding these goblins, and I'm sure the city guard have a stake in it as well. Isn't that right?
Would you say one more time, my lady? You said this was outside the town limits?
Oh, yes. You see, so sorry, I meant to clarify for Sir Benson here. For anything outside of the town limits, what we do for the Call for Heroes is made to employ adventurers such as yourselves that fall outside of the town. Sometimes farmers need things investigated whenever crops are stolen or cows are murdered. So that's usually what we hire adventurers for. And this goes all the way back to our town's founding, as Lord Layman Breachton was an adventurer himself. So it goes quite a ways back as a tradition for us.
Ah, I see, yes, indeed it looks like, Sir Benson here is quite busy, so I'm sure that Kezra and I can take care of this, unless, of course, you would like to come along.
Adelar, she's clearly sane. And Sir Branson, that they,
Close enough.
They, typically hire real men for jobs like these.
Ouch. See, at this point, Elklin would just kind of look at her and just kind of mumble something and Goblin says, "Oh, and if you were not to pay it forward at one point." It's just more of a phrase that he picked up from his own
Okay, so
tutelage, but he just says something in Goblin to her.
Oh, you speak Goblin, do you?
Oh, yes, I do, my lady.
That's interesting. Well, yeah, you are all adventurers, are you not, Sir Benson? You've had your days crusading across Avastan, yes?
Yes, I have. This has been an interesting couple of months I've been able to settle down.
Well, you are just the heroes I hope the council might hire on my behalf. But please, there is a system in place for a reason. Come with me into the meeting and listen to my petition. If you are up for my task, I beg you to offer your services to the council. You may be my tribe's only hope, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh dear, she has outside knowledge.
Adler's like,
Fourth wall!
She's so beautiful.
I'm changing my character's name.
I want to say that because it just says you are my tribe's only hope, and I was like, I can't not say Obi-Wan Kenobi with it.
All right, well, Adelar, I'm sure follows.
Okay, so everyone shuffles in to the town hall. As you see here on the map, there's about 40 people or so, just sort of sitting wherever they want. Much like church, everyone has their own seats that are reserved but not actually theirs. So everyone goes in and sits down, and people are just sort of anxiously waiting to hear what heroes are going to show up and what thing needs saving. So once you get inside, there's a carpeted walkway separating several rows of benches with the two sections. There's a large dais on the north side with a large desk separated into 5 parts where the town council are seated. So once everyone sits down and gets situated, they start. The town council starts filing in. So first walking up is a male dwarf who's played by Ray Stevenson. He is known as Jorsk Hinterclaw. After that is a female human played by Keira Knightley, who goes by the name of Melma Ann Sandari. In the middle is a very young woman, female human woman played by Emilia Clarke.
Oh.
She is known by Greta Gardenia.
Okay.
Next to her, on the other side, is a female gnome played by Anne Hathaway, who everyone knows as Trini Spritzlegig.
Got some big names here.
Look, they're here for like one episode, right?
Paid them for their hour of time, maybe.
All right, and then the last one on the very far side is a human male played by Mel Gibson.
Shit.
Really giving jobs to anybody now.
Oh God.
He is known as Quintino Passandi.
Oh.
They sit down, everyone quiets down, much like a courtroom in a way, but a much happier situation than a courtroom. With a sharp rap of her gavel onto the desk, a stern, dark-haired woman with deeply furrowed forehead and kind eyes brings the assembled crowd to a hush. Welcome, neighbors and friends, the dark-haired woman begins, her rich voice washing over the room, to Breach Hill Town Council's monthly call for heroes. I am Council President Greta Gardenia at your service. On behalf of my colleagues beside me, I promise you all that we will hear and consider today's petition with the utmost discretion and care. There is no existence without community, and as our town charter says. Today, our agenda includes one petition. Miss Warble, our very own ambassador to the Bumble Brashes of Hell Knight Hill, requests the help of heroes for a matter of utmost importance. Let's hear her concerns in her own words, shall we? Miss Warble. So she jumps down from the pew, because she's small.
She has like a high seat. It's like styrofoam cushions underneath her or something.
So she emerges from her bench. The well-dressed goblin woman makes her way to the front of the dais steps. She clears her throat and begins her address to the council.
Esteemed councillors,
Warble says with a frazzled tone in her voice,
it has been more than a month since I have been able to contact the Wumblebrashes. I fear that something terrible has befallen them. What's more, I have seen my people's distress signal come from the top of Citadel All-Terrain.
Before the goblin can continue her petition, the door on the western side of the room flies open as a young man with eyes wide with panic runs in, shouting, waving his ink-stained hands. Billowing black smoke and flames follow him into the room. Fire! There's a fire! Everyone flee!
Shit.
What? Can I run to the door to see what he is screaming about?
Yes.
There's a fire.
So, sure enough, as you stand up, you see behind him and behind the door that he just came from. Sure enough, there is a fire just starting to catch, and it's starting to flood into the room.
Oh.
Can all of you roll me initiative?
Oh dear.
Oh. All right. What is everyone's initiative? Let's go with you, Kezra, starting up.
10.
Gentleman's 10. I like it. I like where you're going. I like it. So
Good
far.
average roll to start.
Yeah. Adelar?
I got a 14.
14. Slightly better. Benson, how you doing over there?
I got a real man's 19.
Oh, wow. Look
Ooh.
at that. Hanging low with the 19 and Elk.
10.
And which one of you out of Kezra and Elk would like to go first?
What's your modifier?
3.
Ah, +5.
Yeah, here, Ranger.
Oh yeah. I will go before him then.
Alrighty then. So let me go ahead and sort
I
this.
rolled shit.
Well, the fire rolled really, really well.
Ah! That horrible quick fire.
As fire does. As fire rolls.
Yeah, the fire got a 21. So
Really hate when fire takes the initiative.
It takes it really well, though. So the fire is going to start spreading itself.
Oh shit. Creep.
Right on to Brenton, I'm sure.
He's gonna fight that fire with his sword.
I think we're just going to have Kezra call you Branson the whole time.
Do it.
Just because I'm a dick.
Brenton. Oh shit.
Wait, I thought I ran to where the fire was.
You didn't run.
No,
where
we
the
posted
fire-
ourselves where we would be set up.
Yeah, but then I said I ran to where the guy was coming out.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but you have to
well,
run through the pews.
I mean, it's wherever Jake says. That's fair.
Well, on your turn,
Okay.
you can
that's
do
fine.
that.
Yeah,
Run
it's
through the
like
pews.
we are where we would be during a meeting, not where we would be during the fire coming in the door.
Yeah, no, but before we rolled initiative, I said I ran to the guy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But it's fine. It's fine.
no,
Maybe-
you're here.
you
You're
get
in
a-
the fire now.
Maybe we can get a surprise run or something.
Yeah, no, it's what it is. It's
The
fine.
fire gets a surprise round.
Also, you see what seems to be a small red-winged creature
Oh,
burst out of the
shit.
fire, cackling.
Oh. I like him.
Gosh.
He has passion.
He really likes his job. What can you say?
I mean,
Is there a recall knowledge we could use to figure out what this thing is? I assume nature.
Is that on your turn? Recall knowledge is an action.
The recall knowledge is an action,
It is
so
an
when it
action.
comes to your turn, you can do that.
I won't. 'Cause I'm certain I don't have it.
Okay. Oh, and let me actually get the bestiary for it as well. Because when you do recall it, I want to give you everything.
when you recall it.
Oh, I will.
But it is now Benson's turn.
Okay. So this thing has just burst in through the flames. It's just screaming fire.
Yep, screaming
Okay.
fire.
So I'm going to rip my bastard sword out of my sheath, and I'm just going to run at the thing.
Okay. So go ahead. So you spend one move. So it's one action to draw your weapon, and then how close are you to it?
That's definitely more than my movement.
Okay.
Can't you do, what is it, 2 strides?
55 feet away.
55. I think I only have 20 feet of movement.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
20
feet
with
of
your
movement.
armor.
Yeah, 20 feet of movement.
probably. Yep. So
Can you move me 20 closer to him? Thank you.
so you could then stride twice to get another 20.
I'll do that.
All right. Then it comes to Adelar's turn.
Adelar is going to recall knowledge on this creature.
All right.
Do you tell me what I get to roll, or do I have to tell you?
He would tell you what it is.
All right, cool.
You would argue if you didn't have it or you had something better as to why. but
I'm pretty sure I do.
I doubt it is anything.
Is Plains still a skill, or is it Arcana now?
There's
Planes would, I think, be occultism.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have occultism.
All right,
occultism.
then do occultism.
Okay, occultism. 14.
14. So that gets you a little bit of information on this thing.
Can I request?
Well, I'll give you the name.
Okay.
It is a fire method.
Okay. Do I have an alignment?
Method Man.
It is neutral.
Wow.
Yeah, you know them to be crazy, but not necessarily evil.
Huh.
Huh.
And then go ahead and ask for either like defenses, special abilities, or things of that nature.
You only get one, so don't fuck it up.
Weaknesses?
You know that because this is a fire method, they are weak to cold damage.
All right.
I got plenty of that.
So,
Down guard.
so fire Nephit?
The fire method.
Mephit.
Yes.
Okay.
MEPHIT.
Is talking free still?
Yes, it is still, but
Yeah.
it's like contained within like 6 seconds of time.
Yeah.
so it's
Got
like,
you.
you can speak in like sentences.
Yeah.
Okay. So I say, it's a fire Nephit. If you have any cold, hurl it at it. And I cast Divine Lance.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I'm setting the what do you call it? The alignment to law, because my other alignment is neutral.
Okay. Now,
So-
because it is neutral, will it take damage? Because
I'm pretty sure. It
'Cause-
says, choose an alignment your deity has. You can't cast a spell if you don't have a deity, or if your deity is true neutral. It says, on a ranged spell attack, roll against the target's AC. On a hit, the target takes damage of the chosen alignment type equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
okay, so
So I just think if it was chaotic, I would assume it would do more damage, but it just does regular damage.
okay, all right, yeah. So I was just curious because it's neutral if it took anything, but But yeah, that's fine. So go ahead and make an attack roll.
Yeah, it's considered an attack.
I don't think being
evocation.
neutral makes you immune to
Right.
alignment damage. I think it's just I think I actually mean you get hit by all of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so go ahead and make your attack roll.
You're not
Kimbo.
safe from either.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 9.
A 9 goes wide. It shoots past one of the council members' heads.
Right over Benson's head.
Fuck! It just hits the council members.
So as a pile of gold coins shoots out from Adelar's hand. All right, so that was Adelar's turn. It comes to Elk.
Elkwood. He is going to... Well, he's in a corner. Wow, okay. So, first action is he's going to draw his bow. He's going to move up 25 feet. And as third, since all he heard is that it's a fire method.
Yeah, MEPHIT.
Method. Got it.
Yep.
He's going to... Actually, hunt target is an action, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Balls. He's going to hunt target.
Okay.
For this.
All right. So you zone in on your
Yes.
on your target, the fire method, and you ready to aim some sweet arrows into it.
Yes.
And last comes to Kezra.
Kezra sees your bolt go wide and he goes, I told you, your belly had made you go soft. And he will stride up to him. Let's see if I can make it in one.
This guy kind of sounds like a dick.
Almost made it.
I mean, you have a total of 3 actions.
Wasn't a 5 foot.
I realize that.
What's a 5 foot step called? It's a.
It's called. I think it's just called
It's
a
just
step. Yeah,
It's
it's
just
just a
step.
step. Yeah.
It's not. Is it?
So you took a stride, then you can take a step, right?
Is the step free?
The issue is
The step is an action. It just doesn't trigger reactions.
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's still an action.
That's what I
the
thought.
5 foot step, the free 5 foot step is gone.
Okay.
Yep.
So I stride in position right next to Brenson, about 10 feet away from it, and I cast Shield, and my body gets covered in scales, and then I also cast my Dragon Claws, my blood magic, and I grow dragon claws from my fingers.
Cool.
Excellent.
That's my 2 actions.
Cool.
All right, so that was Kezra's turn. He does some weird magic stuff you guys have never seen before. And it comes back to the fire and the fire method's turn. The fire continues to grow.
Somebody needs to take care of that fire.
Use the coins for fire growth.
Well, I have a magic marker here. I'll come over and color it in.
Okay.
Yep.
Pause Reddit.
Not pause for edit. It's time for the magic marker song.
Real time.
Marking up the map. You can't see it. This is audio.
It is
But
tragic
it's market.
that Jake is going to edit this out.
Marking.
Is he even recording this?
Marker.
I'm pretty sure he paused this already.
Magic marker.
I'm pretty
Benson and Kezra, can you guys give me a reflex save?
sure. Oh shit. That's the fire.
All right, and what are your totals?
21.
14.
Eh.
I'm fucked.
You're dead. You're dead, Jim.
What was it? What was it, Benson?
14.
All right, so Kezra saves, but Sir Benson does not.
Fair enough.
He does a breath weapon.
Okay.
Oh,
Ah,
Oh, shit, a cone.
a little fucking fly as a breath weapon.
It's a method, John.
2E can go to hell.
I told you. I was
Wait, can you see
nervous.
the picture of it?
Yeah, there's a picture. Oh, it has a water method here in the bestiary.
That's
but,
fine.
So just imagine that being red.
Watch out, he's on take back.
Cool.
Yep. So, the fire method breathes a 15-foot cone that deals fire and persistent fire damage to each creature within the area, unless you make a basic reflex save. The fire method can't use the breath weapon again for a number of rounds. Let me roll the
D4.
damage first.
Is this a half damage if you make your save kind of deal, or you just save?
Yeah. All right, so Kezra, you take 3, or well, in half, so 1.
Yeah.
And Sir Benson,
You roll the damage twice.
it's again two different people. It was the same number anyway, so 3. And you're going to take 1d4 persistent fire damage because you failed.
Okay.
Because you're on fire.
You take 4 persistent fire damage.
So what does that mean? Over a certain amount of time?
It'll be on
His
your
turn, probably.
Okay. So next turn.
Yeah. So at the end of your turn, you will take 4 fire damage.
Okay.
Good question.
It sucks.
Yeah, well.
And then I get to see how many rounds until he can use the next one. Cool. All right.
See, he moved the tower over there so I can't see it.
I know, because you like to look at my dice rolls, Mark.
Well, you always put them right there, so...
But the main issue is that there's a bunch of fire on the ground around you guys now.
It's only over there in the corner.
What?
Oh, so it's like every
Caught the
person's-
ground on fire?
So I don't need to tell you that standing in fire is bad.
Whoosh.
Yikes.
It's really bad, yeah. So, Sir Benson, what do you do?
Sword in hand, I'm going to scream to all the onlookers, put out the damn fire! And I'm going to run through.
There's just full panic. They're not really listening to you.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try.
Okay.
Does moving through the fire hurt me?
Moving through the fire, so let's go over how fire works.
Just say yes.
Alright, so
Big
let's see.
diplomacy check.
Do you really want to hurt me, fire? No, you don't.
Exactly. I'm very charismatic.
Use your
Come on, fire.
You gotta do the Dark Souls 2 glitch when you put the power shield and toss it back through lava. And somehow you block the damage.
Yeah. Any creature that ends its turn next to the flames takes 1d6 fire damage. Any creature within the flames takes 4d6 fire damage. Both of these require a reflex save.
So if I'm just moving through it, I'll be able
So-
to move through it.
Yes.
throughout my turn.
Any creature that ends its turn. So you just want to get out of the fire within your turn.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
and
can do that
can't
easily.
Can't be next to it either, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah. If you're next to it, you take 1d6.
I just moved up and
Yeah,
through.
you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you move up. You are now out of the fire. What would you like to do?
I'd like to take some swings at this little prick.
All right. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Wow! First attack of the whole.
I haven't touched it since I rolled. Look at that shit.
Starts
All
already.
right.
That's a 26.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, it was a natural 20. You crit. So go ahead and roll critical in Pathfinder Second Edition.
Just double damage.
10 above, right?
Yeah. So you just roll and then double everything.
16 damage.
16 damage.
Man.
Yeah, it does.
All right.
There we go. So Sir Benson, already done with this fire bullshit.
Yes, I am. Can I look back as soon as I kill it and just scream, put out the fucking fire?
So you start barking orders at people, which is actually a mechanic in this situation.
Oh.
So, in order to get people to start agreeing with your orders, obviously they're all freaking out. So you could rescuing the spectators. The PCs can each help 2 spectators at a time. How do you want them to put out the fire? What would you like them to do? 'Cause-
Tell them to jump on the fire. Roll over it.
Can they move? Okay, so we can see where the fire is. Is there anything else flammable around, or is it just the wood of the structure itself?
I mean, there's a carpet there that you guys were standing on earlier. There's wood benches. This entire place could easily go up pretty fast.
All right, I'm going to try to order them to move anything like the rug, grab the rug pull, any benches, anything that this thing can consume and get bigger. I just want to try to get them to pull everything out. Because I'm assuming there's not just jugs of water sitting around.
Okay. All right. So these people are starting to freak out, but you tell them to start moving things. So everyone that was on the inside of the aisles, they start moving the pews sort of like away. But they're just common people, so they're only moving it like a few feet.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look that effective. It might save a round or two, but
Okay.
Yep.
As long as I can try to help.
Yep.
How many clerics are in the building, and how many can create water?
You know of 2 clerics.
Sadly, a first level spell now.
Yeah.
Oh, yikes.
We both just looked at our spell list and we're like, whoop,
It's too overpowered.
don't got that one.
It's too overpowered.
Great water was too powerful for
By the way, that's Benson 1.
Whatever, Benson. It's a long adventure. Branson.
All right, Adelar. It is your turn.
Can I? The fire that was recently created, are those smaller flames?
They will grow at the same rate.
Okay.
So, yeah, but fire methods are very good at creating fire.
As it turns out.
Is there anything I see around me that I can use to smother the fire?
If you want to take off your cloak, you could try to do that.
There's a big rug. There's a big rug in the middle.
Because logic tells me that you should be able to smother the fire. That'll do it. But if the fire is too hot,
it's pretty big and it's growing. Yeah.
All is lost. Just leave.
I'm going to command the audience to start a what do they call that? Like a
Fire line?
fire line.
Or a bucket brigade.
Yes.
I like that name.
Yes.
Bucket brigade.
Bucket brigade.
And so you said that normally you can influence 2 people. You said with this, or is it just the group?
With this, if you just call out to the people that are here, that they will listen to you. They're all frantic and freaking out anyway. So you could try to just like tell them what to do, and they'll begin to listen.
Okay.
So you want to tell them to start doing that?
Yeah, I would be like,
All you people, start getting water. We need to put out this fire immediately.
Okay. So the town councilors completely agree with you, and they start ordering people as well.
I disagree.
Let it burn.
I believe fire is natural and should burn.
So they begin helping you with that. The town councilors start helping people out and start moving people into position in order to start working to make the bucket brigade a thing. That was Adelar's turn. Is there anything else you wanted to do during this?
did anyone? Let's see. So that was one action. So Benson got hurt pretty bad, huh?
Yeah,
almost dead.
he took
I got tagged,
quite a bit of
but
damage.
if you want to save a bit.
I mean,
He's
I
almost dead.
I got
Look at
it.
him.
So I might as
He's
well.
bleeding.
Might as well use it. All right. So I'm going to spend the last 2 of my actions to cast a ranged healing spell.
Ooh, very nice. The
Oh,
cool
what,
new.
are you the healer?
it's the cool new 2nd edition heal.
No, you got to pay him money first before he pays you or heals you.
They'll discuss the bill afterwards.
He goes, I'll bill you.
I'm hurt.
I just got an invoice in the mail.
The invoice just appears in your back pocket with the healing.
All right. So you get back 13.
Jesus,
points
did they
of
charge me
healing.
for looking?
13 points?
13.
Jesus.
It says right here.
I was at the 2nd level
If you're
heal.
healing a living creature,
2
which
action
I
heal.
assume you are, increase the hit points restored by 8. So it's 1d8 plus 8. We're starting with
undead.
5, so it's 13.
So he's
I'm
actually,
back to full health. I'm good.
Yeah, you are.
he's actually
God
a
damn.
zombie.
And I just call out,
You're welcome.
I look at the dead creature, look back at him, and say, "You're welcome."
All right. That excellent heal at the end of Adelar's turn. It comes to Elk.
Well, the creature is dead, and there's fire, and I can't shoot fire. He's going to.
Oh, you can
Don't
shoot
know
fire.
till you can try.
Hey, you can
I
shoot
mean,
fire.
that's true. It'd be like in Zelda, like when you shoot through torches.
Oh, yeah.
Fire.
Yeah, you're like, how the hell do I do this without fire arrows?
Oh, there you go.
You end up just spreading the fire. Like, oh god.
I tried. I'm going to have him move closer to where the fire was entering,
Okay.
but not be like right close next to it, but like try to peer out the entrance where the creature popped out of.
Okay, all right. So it's just full of fire. It's
so there's nothing
it's a
there.
huge engulfing flame.
Yeah, because he can't do shit. He doesn't have like a water spell.
You could help it with the bucket brigade. That's when everyone else is
I'm
starting to do.
on the other side. It's fine. I gave up halfway through. It's
Got
fine.
it. Okay.
But yeah, he's gonna move maybe a little bit closer though, just to see if he can like. There's nothing he could see then, like
No.
where that creature popped in. Like there's no like,
Nope.
more. Okay.
No, and in fact, the method was supposed to be a bit more of a problem, but I don't think they expected the
Crit.
yeah, nobody expected
Right.
the crit.
First attack roll.
Right, then he's going to actually then double stride. Was it?
you could triple trade. Just
Yeah, he's
triple
on move
stride.
to the center where people are bucket brigading. I guess
Okay,
he's
fair.
going to be a good person of society and help.
I'm sure that's weird for Elk.
He's like, I will help people.
All
This
right.
is what people do. Yeah.
All right. So Elk moves to aid with the bucket brigade,
Moves to aid with the bucket brigade.
Oh!
and it comes to Kezra.
Straight lit.
Kezra's going to get creative here, and I don't care if it succeeds. But he's going to go and he's going to dig his claws into the rug that he's standing right next to,
Mhm.
and he's just going to like whip the whole thing on top of this fire and just like start like smothering the fire.
Yeah!
Okay.
I'm certain I have the strength for it.
I would assume so.
I'm
Yeah.
a big dude.
I
I know it's a big rug, but
was gonna say rugs can't get heavy, but you're a big guy.
I have a strength of 60.
Yeah.
No rugs too heavy for the rock.
So yeah, I'm gonna try like basically reposition this rug on the map, which is a
Freaking
50-foot
runner.
rug,
It's
and
a-
just kind of like ball it up on the fire right around my feet,
Mm-hmm.
and like just smother that fire.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So,
I'll roll whatever you want.
Little do you know, the rug was made out of cotton. It just-
No, the rug was a mimic.
Ah, that's odd.
It was like finally everyone's right on top of me.
I've been waiting
Finally,
for
the
this for
fire
years.
I've been waiting for.
All right, so you take the rug and you start trying to stamp it out. You stamp out one square.
Oh, wow.
Stamp out one square.
Okay, so I guess I just don't take the damage I would have taken for standing here. Cool.
Alrighty.
Down with it.
All right, so that was your turn. So it is now the fire's turn. All right, so it is now the second round. So they are starting to line up, and they begin pumping water from the fountain circle, just outside of town hall. But it does continue to spread, so it'll take next round for the fire to actually, or for the bucket of water to start getting to you.
Time to start rolling some wisdom checks, boys. This town hall's going down.
Well, we tried. There was an attempt. It just didn't work. Why don't you smack the fire with your
no.
sword?
Oh no.
This isn't looking good for those who can't see.
I'm very much the wrong
and,
class for this.
Out of the north door, fire explodes as well.
Oh god.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Dude, there's shit going on.
The stupid thing was not that big. Don't like it.
Wow, fire is dangerous. Who would have thunk it?
Oh my goodness.
What about the council member? Are there other clerics in the building? Are there people that can conjure water? Hydrophobic.
I use hydro pump.
Hydroponic. Hydroponic.
Blasters use hydropump.
And just break the walls anyway.
I mean, this place is going under.
Town hall is saved. And also destroyed.
Here, I'll give you my badge, even though you didn't fight me.
Right.
All right, so that was the fire's turn. It now comes to Benson.
Okay. So the bucket brigade looks like they're getting ready.
Yeah, so they are lining up, but there are still some people that are sort of freaking out and not too sure what to do.
Okay. Are all of these people like? They're all able adults. I don't see any.
Yeah.
elderly.
They're all adults in here. Yeah.
No
Okay.
invalids.
Can I make a roll to get them in the line?
The line in is done. So
The line's done.
So everyone else who's just sort of standing around is just freaking
Okay,
out.
then I would like to yell at them. If you're not going to help, get out of the building. I
Where?
just want them to get out.
I can't see the smoke's everywhere.
Is that a door right there?
Yeah, so you.
I'm going to point down the line of pews and say, "Get out of that door."
There's the smoke's in their eyes, and so they're sort of like just their hands are out in front of them, like I can't. Where?
They're crazy. Kill them.
So I can't even make a roll to.
You can help them out if you want.
Intimidate them.
I don't really want to do that.
Scare them to get out of the building.
Okay, I did what I could. I'm going to get over this table, and I want to try to put out the fire on the north door with my cloak.
With your cloak?
Yeah.
All right, so you go over to it, and they're able to stamp out one square. You take your very fine black cloak and stamp it out. But there is still one square next to you, is there not?
No, not if I'm standing right here.
Oh, okay. You're
there's two
standing.
squares, and I'm on the.
Gotcha. You had safe positioning. I like it, Jonathan.
I'm thinking, man. Strategic.
Good job. All right, so Benson yells at people to get out, and sort of just stumbling around. Adelar, it is your turn.
All right. Well, I see the poor saps who don't really know what to do with themselves. So I'm going to cast guidance on them to guide them.
I like it, Kofel. I like it. I need to get some like grease or something.
That is really squeaky.
Because you play with it too much.
I move it, man.
I know. You fondle your mic more than anybody here.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Ah, sweet. Okay. It does have a range. Very good. I was just checking to make sure.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, because it's a cantrip, I can cast as many times as I want, and guess what? It's one action. So I give 3 people guidance.
Oh, cool.
And I say, take the guidance of Abadar and find your way out of this place.
Third buddy on the fire.
so as you start pew pewing guidance at people, the smoke is starting to pile up, and as Benson was experiencing, they're a little blinded by it. So they start walking towards you. They're like, wait, what? Wait, what did you say? I can't hear anything. And they bump into you, and they start like slapping you because they can't see anything.
They should start beating the shit out of you.
What?
Lost cause, dog.
What?
The lost cause.
They start punching.
Where do we go? Where do we go?
Oh my gosh. So I like shove them in the direction where I know they should go.
Shove them into the fire.
And I'm hoping that maybe they'll use the guidance and make some sort of roll to get out of here.
You're trusting simpletons?
It is really funny how dumb they make these civilians out to be.
Yeah, they really do.
It's really funny.
Bumping into the guy.
The only competent people are you 4 and the 5 councilmen. That's it.
Let's see them do something.
Oh, they're helping out with the bucket brigade, and
good.
yeah, they're
okay, so they're doing shit.
Oh yeah, they're definitely doing stuff. They were instructing people to get in line and stand here and stand there. Yeah. So it was just that you guys had a great idea for the bucket brigades, and that's what they did. Elk.
He's helping out with the bucket brigade right now.
All right, so you're helping out with the bucket brigade.
Oh, no, is there a knowledge check on the fire? I don't know.
Nope.
All right.
It's fucking fire.
It's a fire, fam. All right.
What does fire do? It burns things. Jeez. I'm glad I rolled knowledge on that.
Well, helping that out.
What's
the CR? Nothing else you can do.
Kezra calls out to Adelar. Adelar, forget these people. Get out of this building now. And he triple strides out the door.
Oh. So as Kezra says, "Fuck it," and just plows a few civilians over as he makes his way through the crowd of people.
He does stop right outside the door to make sure, and turns around to make sure Adelar is going to follow him.
Okay.
Benson will remember that.
He's like in the doorway, but just outside.
It's like the George Costanza method of trying to get out of the burning apartment. Oh, get out!
Someone had to lead all these people.
Do you know when you play a Telltale game, you do something and it's like, this person will remember that?
Oh, yeah.
We're not here to save people.
So as Kezra
We're saving them by leaving.
As Kezra pushed his way out, he gets just outside the door. There is a civilian that has just latched himself onto your leg like a toddler.
Good for them. They know what they're doing.
And it's just like, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Away, foul beast.
For the aid of everyone in the building, I run out screaming, like yelling, like so everybody can follow the sound of my voice.
Okay.
All right. It is the
This train got no
fire's
brakes.
turn. It is the fire's turn.
Oh my god.
Is the fire brigade actually doing shit?
Right?
Yes.
This turn they will.
Oh, it's raining in real life. That would really help this fire.
if only we had the
Please.
rain inside. All right, so the fire continues to spread only a little bit further, and as you all saw, it is getting kind of bad. Benson,
Okay. Do I get the sense that me putting one square out at a time is not going to do shit?
you feel like it is very futile.
Then I'm going to run back and help with the bucket.
Okay. Run back, help with the bucket brigade, get in line, and goes to Adelar.
He says to himself as the poor, pathetic civilians cling to him.
Yeah.
All right, this way, this way.
The bucket has come up the line now as Benson walked back. So if you want to go ahead and use the bucket, you can.
Cool.
Or are you selfish like Kelly's character?
I'm used to it. I'm lawful, so I'm like, this is like the lawful thing to do, I think, so I'll help.
There's nothing in the law that says that a civilian should risk their lives to put out a public building.
That's absolutely right.
Where's the fire department?
It's the good thing to do.
Maybe not the smart.
I don't think there's any lawful guidelines here.
There isn't, but I'm also at the angle of if I help put out this fire, maybe I'll get some sort of money. I
You can't spend if you're dead.
That's how
I don't
looking
plan on
at it,
dying.
honestly.
Alright, so I use the bucket.
All right, so you use the bucket.
Can I make a wisdom check to see if the bucket brigade is fast enough to put out the fire?
Yeah, you can tell that you don't need to make a check. You can tell that they're getting buckets down here pretty fast.
Okay.
So, okay, so if you use a bucket will
4 5s.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how much a bucket did.
2 squares?
I'm actually pretty sure it
2
goes
squares,
4.
it's futile.
It's 4?
Yeah.
These are some big ass buckets.
Yeah.
They're like 50-pound buckets, probably.
Yeah, so you can splash it in a direction or in an area, however you want to
Make a ranged
however you want
attack.
to do that.
So one right in front of me, 2 to the left, kind of like in an L shape.
Let me go ahead and read this. Water typically clears a 5-foot square if the amount is small. Larger amounts of water, such as a full bucket, typically douse a 10-foot by 10-foot area or 4 squares in some other shape.
Okay.
Excellent.
Throwing a bucket of water on flames requires an interact action. So it was an interact to grab it, interact to throw, and another interact action to grab another bucket. So you have another bucket in your hands if you take it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
So those are your 3 actions. So he did not follow Kezra out, though.
Ooh.
Bastard.
we'll find out how Kezra feels about that.
Trouble.
He never listens.
Trouble in paradise.
So after Adelar douses a good amount of the fire, comes to Elk.
He's going to do the same thing he's been doing. He's
Okay.
just helping out with the line.
All right, so
Because, is there any other... he can individually just take a bucket and run?
yeah, and if you want,
but he doesn't want to interrupt the line, I guess.
I mean, the more buckets you do to put out fire,
exactly,
the
yeah.
better
And-
it'll
and-
be.
he
Just do
wants-
it. Just do it, dog.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he wants to through...
We have to start
We have
taking
to
care
get
of this.
that over there.
Yep.
And the front. Actually, you might want to go after the front first since it's so small already.
Okay.
But
So you want to take a bucket and run somewhere and try to douse some flames?
yeah, see how you have to double stride and then toss the bucket on there.
Okay. So that would be your whole turn, but you would be able to get
4 of them.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, he'll do that then.
Okay. So you grab a bucket.
Yeah, move that, please.
So you
I'm lazy.
you have a bucket in your hands. You take 2 strides
And then,
and then you douse them.
yes.
So
it's
you
4 of them.
douse a total of 4. Yeah, total of 4 squares.
Fire has been doused.
Excellent.
And I think you did that right on the map, too, so we can't rub that.
No, that's fine.
It's permanent fire.
It's charred. And after Elk's turn, it comes to Kezra. Kezra, your friend did not follow you.
Ooh.
Yes, I see.
He didn't have confidence.
So,
He's truly the villain.
noticing that his idiot friend is still in there trying to put out a fire. So I'm standing next to the bucket brigade.
Yeah.
Can I just like rip 2 buckets out of people's hands and just run back in?
Sure.
All right. So I grab 2 buckets.
2 buckets with people still attached.
I don't care if they come.
3 people attached.
The one guy's still on his legs.
Yeah. All right, so you run back in, 2 buckets in your manly arms.
Yeah, and I throw 1 bucket on this 4 square. So I knock out that 4.
Okay.
And that's the end of my actionable time thing, so I hold the other bucket out to Brenton.
Okay. So, you hold the bucket out. It is after Kezra.
Why didn't you listen to me?
Spends a free action to berate his best friend. Comes back to the fire.
Oh, God.
Through the fire and the flames, we carry on.
We carry on.
So far away. This is intense.
I know.
So, funny story about Through the Fire and Flames. My sister started playing the ukulele.
Oh. I was thinking
And
rock band.
she'll do like live streams on Instagram, like, hey, what song should I play? And every time I go through the Fire and Flames, and she's like, I've never heard that song. And I'm like, you should. It's a great song, and you should play it on the ukulele.
Hell yeah.
Try all their other songs, like Operation Ground and Pound and
Warrior
Endless
Inside.
Sword. Yeah.
Nope, I know the one because of Guitar Hero mostly.
Oh, come on. It's like all of Dragon Force's songs are just so stupidly nerdy.
Yeah. All right, it was the Fire's turn. Benson.
So he just handed me a bucket.
Yes, Kezra has a bucket.
I ripped the bucket out of his hands and I doused the nearest flames. Yeah, those 4 circles. Right here.
All right.
And I can't really do anything else, can I?
Well, there was one. There was 2 interact actions. There was an interact to grab and interact to throw.
Is there another bucket coming up?
Yeah, there is.
I'm going to grab it.
All right, so you interact to grab another bucket, so you're now ready for your next turn. Adelar.
I guess I'm going to grab a bucket and put out some more fire.
Okay.
So I grab bucket.
Sounds
You
like
should
you're
grab
so
a bucket and-
inconvenienced.
You should come
This
to
isn't making him any money.
Not yet, Kezra. Not yet. We play the long
So
game.
that's all the fire that was at the stairs, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys
Oh.
put out the fire in the front of the dais where all the counselors were, and so now you only have to deal with the fire on the 2 doors, the one towards the west and the one coming from the north. Benson tried to put out the one in the north and realized that's not a good idea.
Yeah, now it's just my club. I did something, guys.
All right. So you guys so wait, that was Adelar's turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. Elk.
He's going to run back to the line and get in our bucket.
All right. So he spends
Probably 2 strides.
2, yeah.
2 strides to get back to us.
2 strides, grab bucket, end of turn.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's trying to take care of that whole corner over there.
Okay. Kezra.
Can I grab 1 or 2 buckets?
Well, you have one. Oh no,
Brenton's the one.
you handed it to him. So yeah, you can grab 1.
I'll grab 1. Oh boy, this is a long way. Well, actually, I can get to the back door pretty easily.
Yeah. Go for these.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a bucket, hop over this table, and I'll throw it on the back 4 squares.
Okay.
There you go.
So grabs the bucket, runs back.
So I cut the
back 4.
I cut the remaining fire off from its source.
Ah, very nice, very nice.
Got it.
So
But you might
there's
you
still
might
some
take
smolder.
damage from that,
Fuck that damage, I don't care.
like a real man.
Like I said.
All right. So you're standing next to fire by the end of your turn.
Yeah, I don't care.
You die.
3 fire damage.
I'll be fine.
As it glistens your beautiful body.
It is a beautiful orc body.
Are you more like grayish or greenish at 4?
Grash.
Grayish. Okay. So that was Kezra's turn. He cuts off the fire from its source, and it goes back to the fire. So the fire does only grows a little bit this time
Thank God.
because you guys have put out quite a bit of it. So let's go ahead and mark that in my head here. And
I also got to think when we soak an area, too.
oh yeah, exactly, yeah. All All right, so it actually comes to Benson's turn now.
All right, I got a bucket in my hand.
Yep.
Take another bucket with you.
Well, if I use 2 movements, I'm not sure I can even make it to there.
I think you can make it with 2 movements.
Yeah, his movement's shorter.
20.
He's only 20, so
yeah.
40's not going to get him there.
So
Well, if you get 2 buckets, go to that one. Put
I
it
only need
last
1
in-
bucket.
Well, I'm saying get another bucket from the bucket brigade line, and then you take both buckets, put out one, and then Kezra can take the other bucket and take
Okay,
it over there.
I'll do that. Take 2 buckets, jump over the table, douse the last of the fire in the north door, and be ready to hand the other bucket off to Kezra.
Okay. Hold that out. All right, and Adelar, it's your turn.
So I'm going to take a bucket, and I think I'm just going to move towards the northwestern door.
Okay.
So
So that was the first fire that came out.
I'm still a little bit away, but I'm
Can you
making
throw?
way.
Can you throw a bucket?
Yeah, can I? Oh no, that was all 3 actions.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Oh wait, no, I started out my turn with a bucket.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
All right. So
So-
you could throw it. Now, will a 10-foot line help you, or will it?
Because they would. Well, if I threw the bucket on my destination to throw the bucket on the square, and then the bucket bursts.
oh,
it would
so
destroy
you want
the bucket.
You want to do a 10-foot
Like
square.
launching a water balloon bomb.
Okay, so yeah, you just want to do like a 10-foot square.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. You can do that.
All right, it's like a AC 5, I think.
Yeah. I'll kind of do it as a bomb type attack.
Whew, okay, 14.
All right. So you throw a bucket 10 feet in the air, and it comes crashing down.
So these the 4 by the northwestern door here. Okay.
Oh, nice.
That's everything.
That's all of it. You guys have successfully put out the fire.
Yeah!
So
It wasn't worth it.
You're firefighters.
Woo! Everyone rushes out, getting smoke out of their way and coughing up along in the center of town.
And we're all level 2.
God no, you wish. Also, we're doing milestones, so don't. So when you guys get to the front, everyone's sort of standing around and checking on each other and says, "Are you okay?" And, people are like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I just need to breathe."
Can Benson find anybody that's injured? Are there any burn victims?
No, a lot of people were just inhaling smoke, so they're sort of just coughing up. So if anything, they just kind of need to sit down for a second and just kind of get it out of their system.
Except for the halflings and the goblins, which, smoke rises. they're just running underneath.
Yeah, they're fine. All good firefighters are small people. So Greta Gardania looks around, hugging some of the townspeople next to her, while others wearily clap her on the back and thanks for their lives. What manner of madness just happened? This can be no accident. Did anyone see anything? Anything at all? One of the guards who was stationed outside before the fire began raises his hand and says, "Aye," says the wearied uniformed man. "The clerk saw everything. It was Calmont, that cad of a bookseller's apprentice. He lit the fires in the hall next to the chamber. He also set that fire monster loose on the crowd." And everyone's like, oh no, the fire monster. The second guard shouts in assent, "Indeed, and witnesses outside the building saw him run toward Hell Knight Hill." A surprised and worried wave ripples through the crowd at this information, including Warball's distinct voice.
The Citadel? My bumble brushes.
Greta raises her hand in an authoritative standing, and the crowd begins to calm. "Friends, we'll get to the bottom of this," she assures them, "but we can't do it alone. Who are the heroes in attendance today? Heroes, are you willing to investigate Hell Knight Hill? And I will see you guys next time."
No!
Man!
We're awesome.
I really like Kezra's, wait, never mind, and then run back.
Yeah, that was great. He didn't follow.